Hi guys, and that's Alex on my Skeptic blog. Today I want to talk about the conflict in Ukraine. Not the conflict, but the war which the Russia started. But I wanted you to look back at 2014. At that time, it was a revolt in Ukraine, American-sponsored revolt, and some parts of Ukraine, which is Donbass and Lugansk region, they've been pro-Russian. It's mostly all Russian-speaking people. They didn't want to join, and they wanted some independency or autonomy in Ukraine. But Ukraine government, the new elected kind of government, they wanted those regions back, so they started to fight them. And for sure, those regions, they've been always supported by the Russians with the mostly weapons, some advisors, but it's mostly all of them been Ukrainian. And it was a civil war. Civil war for 8 years. And there were like 14,000 casualties in this war from both sides. And what's happened there, the Ukrainians, they've been bombing Donbass. There are pictures, there are videos, you can check them at the internet and see, but at that time, no one been talking about that. For those years, the European Union and Russia, they've been trying to stop it, they've been trying to reintegrate Ukraine, those regions in Ukraine, but it didn't work. But anyway, as I said, the Ukrainians, they've been bombing Donbass regions, and those guys call them separatists. They've been fighting back. So at that time, for those years, international media kind of been blind on this stuff. No one been talking about that. If you can ask the people, they know what's happening now, but they didn't know what's been happening for years. It seems like they've been blind. I know. If the government wants you to know something, you will know it. If they don't want you to know that, you won't. So they've been bombing the civilians and there are so many casualties, but we're not talking about this. It's a war. The Putin started this war in 2022, and I'm not saying who's right and who's wrong. There are different sides of the story. Our government just showing us one side of the story. We never hear what the other sides are saying, and for sure that's made on purpose. Not to make any misunderstanding of something. It seems like every lie made on purpose will fit in this case. So now everybody's talking about this bombing in Mariupol by the Russian airspace forces. It's been everywhere. It's crazy. It's huge. But now let's look at the footage which been broadcasted on the Ukrainian television, and it's been shot right after the bombing. So now on the left side we can see the hospital. It's still standing. Now look at the guy on the left side. He's talking to a woman, she's kind of crying, but kind of strange. Now the same guy on the right side. Now we can look at the 5 guys carrying a pregnant woman. Yeah, I understand it's a children's hospital. Why not? But I don't know, it seems really strange. The walls are there. It's, if you're gonna look around, it seems like it wasn't really a bombing there. It was serious fighting. This is, I don't really understand what it is. It seems like it's been serious fighting. Now we look at the people which are coming out and in. And actually, if you're gonna look inside, now look at the boy. He's coming out looking for somebody. And it's now the same boy who just came out talking to the same soldier we saw already 3 times. It doesn't make any sense. If you look what's inside this hospital and then you look at the people, how they dressed without any scratches or something, without any blood, it seems really, it's really seems strange. And now we can see the same guy. He's been already 4 times. Right now, it seems like that it's a setup video. And you have to understand, it's not shot by the cell phone. It's a state camera. It seems like it's been some serious fighting there. You have to remember that the Mariupol was surrounded by Russian forces for 2 weeks already. Why they had to bomb it? It seems like it's been some serious fighting before in this area, but now they decided to make footage, and it's made on purpose to show us how cruel one side to another. But you have to decide for yourself. I'm not saying much. Check it once again and then decide.